Alright, in this video we're going to talk about complex numbers, just the introduction of them, square root. Now the biggest thing here is remember I equals square root of -1. So we're going to have square roots under the negatives, or negative under the square roots, and we are going to use the letter I. Now we're just going to do about 4 examples, start off pretty simple. So the first one, -9, square root of -9. Now, this one, it is a perfect square. We should know our perfect squares. 9 is a perfect square, so that means 3. But since we have that negative in there, we have to make it 3i. So right here, -36, well that's 6i. So pretty simple when it's a perfect square, but when it's not, like in these cases, so we're going to start with this one on the left. Square root of -40. So first what I would tell you to do is get rid of that negative and put it out here, because then it makes life easier. But you can't forget that. Now the key to this, since 40 is not a perfect square, you have to separate it into at least one number that is a perfect square. You can do 20 and 2, 5 and 8, but we want one of these to be a perfect square, like 4. And then 10. So we found that the square root of 4 is 2. Now we could break 10 down, but we cannot break it down to a perfect square. So we're not done. We cannot forget about that I that I left in the top. And there we go. So that would be the factor down version in our original of -40. So here's another example, -48. So once again, just to make life easier on us, let's move the I to the outside. So there are multiple ways to do this one. I'm just going to do 4 and 12. Now, there's probably other perfect squares, but I chose 4. Now, we are not done yet. We cannot get to our final answer because 12 can be broken down again into the square root of 4 and the square root of 3. Now, if this number here can be split up into a perfect square, then that's why we did not split up 10 in this case, because one of 5 and 2, neither of those are perfect squares. But since 4 is a perfect square, we can split up 12. So now we have a lot of things going on here. We have a 2, another 2, a root 3, and we still have that I in the beginning. So now the root 3, let's make that, we'll get rid of that. So root 3 right there. So we have a 2 and a 2. Well, that's going to become 4. The reason that becomes 4 is we take 2 times 2. And we can't forget the I.